Hello.
Kate, can we talk to one another?
I think so.
Yeah. How weird. Like, I never did it like this.
It's okay.
Like, it's good because last time I had Ricardo, but it was just a mode. So we couldn't communicate. He was just able to kick people out of chat, that kind of stuff. But I'm very happy, very, very happy. Kate Noller. Ha, 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 ha. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
How many people have we got signed up? I suppose you only know about the 100, don't you?
All the slots available were taken on Calendly, all of them.
Yeah.
Then I sent 600 emails, and I tagged everyone in the group. I've been spamming like crazy as well. So I don't know. Like, we will see how many people will show up. Like, and this time, next time, I need to make sure not to mess up the timings, because on Calendly I put 1. Here I put 1:10, and like really, and the reality was 1:15. So
Just stick to o'clock in future. It's just easier. Just go for 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It's much easier.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So when you're talking, what I'll do is I'll manage the chat for you. So I'll just have a look at who's chatting and just talk to them and answer any questions.
Yes, and enable public chat. Yes, and we can keep an eye on them. When someone joins, we say hi and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome, Charlotte. Welcome. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, I don't know, Kate. I feel from this kind of response, if we manage to build, we should be able to merge all our groups or build them to 5,000. If we build 5,000, we're going to be rich. Like reasonably rich, like not millionaires, but 5,000 real followers. Like you sell one thing per year for, I don't know, like 5,000. $100 each is 500,000. 250 each, acceptable. Acceptable. I don't think it's undoable to do something like that. But yeah. But beyond that, it really excites me to position ourselves as the mentors, because then when you launch like a high ticket product, like an academy, why would people not join? They are used to do that. Like if you see Martina, Philippa, they buy everything I do. Like, did they really need it? No, not really. But they did buy. Irina bought everything. Like literally, like my more passionate people, they do buy everything. So it's good stuff. Kate Noller.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. So when you're talking about doing the lectures, so you think get people in to do this book course, and then are you talking about doing the lecture stuff as a separate thing, or the people that are doing the book to do the lectures as well? That's what I didn't understand.
No, there are two aspects. So since in the end, I have 2 meetings a week in reality. And since we have one group, we actually have 2, but we have one group where I have many people in there. So it's obvious that people who just join the group for the book, they will understand that there is another meeting on Thursdays. So they will show up logically. So in the Thursday meeting, I bring clients sometimes, or I do lectures, or we solve a person client, like Jay comes with a difficult client, we solve this. So it's really that kind of mentoring and support that people don't see. And on top of that, I brought there like the type of clients that they would never see. I brought there like a billionaire lady. I brought there like the most successful Swedish entrepreneurs. I brought there like a very difficult case of chronic fatigue syndrome. So it's really exciting for people to because they're just literally doing the ropes, for real. Not just how you do it in college where you have minutes to talk to the client, and it's really, really useful. So that kind of stuff will get more people to be excited. And I wouldn't be surprised that some people join only to come to the mentorship.
Okay.
Right? So you join a course, but for example, like the reason why I joined like one of Frank's course, it wasn't for the course. It was because like from Monday to Friday, he was giving access to his team. So Monday was Make Money Monday. Tuesday was Facebook Tuesday. Wednesday was Write Well Wednesday. And it was amazing because I had access for more than 1 year to all of this professional work with Frank. And I learned a lot. It was very much worth it to invest $3,000 just for that. The course was not very, very relevant. But I can tell you, like with the exception of Karen, no one watched our course, and probably they never will.
So we don't care.
Like no. Like I mean, we gave them the course. It exists. It can help people. But what I think can help more is this kind of stuff. Now, what I'm thinking, and this is what they get out when they sign up. But what I'm thinking in the purpose of promotion is tonight I record, and then we can share it in the groups. Because we're like, guys, you know that if you join our course twice a month, we also do these like really, really cool nutrition master classes where you can join and learn and do this kind of stuff. And I can watch it, okay? And maybe twice a month, we do like, I do, because that's okay, I can do it. I do like a meeting of half an hour, 45 minutes, where I just talk about one topic of nutrition, like stuff which I'm doing for real, like stuff that they would never know how to do, like how to research for a supplement, how to do like look I'm doing like how to read papers for energy drinks, that kind of stuff, which is things that they will never see. And it's just like really like a lecture in college, which people go crazy for. Like even people like Kelly do never show up. When I do those kind of events, she always shows up. Because most people, they just want to learn more.
Yeah.
They don't have your problem where you're actually like a mom who has to take care of children. Most of them, they have a husband who was rich enough for them to not to need to work. And so they don't really want to be a therapist. They just want to learn more. And in those classes, we do the classes normally. And at the end, we say, guys, do you like this kind of stuff? You know that we do them often. We give client supports. We give you book supports in the course. Just join down here, like super easy. But beyond the pitch to get people in the course, like that, what I want to create a hub where nutrition professionals, they know that twice a month there is this kind of meetings where they learn more. So this part here is not strictly promotion. This part here is lead generation. Because my purpose is to build like the groups to 5,000 therapists. And if we do these kind of lectures and people in college, including students, they start to learn that these kind of lectures are around, they will come. I can assure you they will come. Like I always had full house every time I lectured in college.
Yeah.
So because I think one gift I have is to take difficult concepts and make them simple.
Yeah.
So, and people would like that. I can assure you, they would love that. You will see tonight. I assure you, by the end of tonight, everyone will understand.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to understanding.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's my favorite topic. So, like besides speaking about Christina, but that's but like in medicine is my favorite topics in immunology. So put all of these elements together, and you realize that I think this could be like a jackpot. Really like a jackpot. So that's what I want to do. So it's a longer term project. But Kate Noller, like you asked me, I want to be rich. You're not going to be very rich just with courses. You can be decent. Decent meaning 5, 6, maybe 10K a month with courses. You can do that, absolutely. But wealthy is a different story. Wealthy, I would say over 30,000 a month is good. And that needs to be a business with partners, like an academy. We need to have like a large group of people who come for us, and I think we can do it.
Yeah.
So in the longer run, but what I like about this kind of project, I don't think it's going to take too much time. Like let's say it takes 10 hours a month. I mean, I can spare 10 hours a month to build like that.
Yeah. It's worth it. Yeah. If it's 10 hours a month and you're making 30,000, then it makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, like, to be fair, like, if you don't want to do the lectures, don't worry about it. Like, you just bring us more people. Just do the promotion in the circles where you have lots of authority, like you did today. Like, I could do like we're gonna test it, but I can do all the freaking webinars myself. Doesn't matter because. But if we start to have really like 50, 60, 70 actual people showing up for a webinar, maybe the first time we mess up, but eventually after you do the webinar 10 times, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I think that's the strategy. I don't mind doing this kind of stuff, you know, like I like to teach, and I like to talk, and I like to sell.
That's fine. How do I see who's waiting? Like, is no one waiting to come in?
No, because I think the room is going to open at 5 past.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think it's going to open in 1 minute. Now, you see in the corner, there is like a viewer count.
Yeah.
These are the people who are going to join. But I don't think the room is open to the public yet.
I see, because of the timing.
Yeah. I messed up with the timing, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, unfortunately, that's the way it is. But like, there is always some bullshit when you do this kind of events the first time. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but yes, eventually they will start showing up. I use this platform here a few times before. It does work nicely, and it's better than Zoom because you can do you can send the polls. It's very interactive, and people can't unmute themselves and annoy.
Yeah.
So they can type in chat, but if they type something stupid, you can just ban them from the chat, and that's about it. Okay. So yeah, I think now the room should be opening. I think that's what we should be seeing. Like, I see now the green thingy, so we should start to get people. Otherwise, I messed up everything. No. We actually get people. So if you click on the thingy on top,
I have got one person coming in now.
Yes, so you can see the attendees.
Yep, I can see their names.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
welcome everyone. Welcome, guys. We are starting to get people in, and once we have a good number of people, we will start with the presentation. So let me say hi to everyone. Hello, Rosie, Alexandra, Yonka, Diane, Emma, Sonia, Dina, Kay, Shelley, Millie, Hannah, I guess, Jillian, Sabra, Julie, Emily, Helen, and Sylvie. Welcome, guys. So we're gonna give it a bit of time, and people, Rachel, Michelle, Shazia, welcome. So we're gonna give it a bit of time for letting everyone join. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I put the event at 10 past instead of 1 p.m. So there was maybe a bit of confusion in that part. I may drop in the midst of the call. All right, Diane, but try. May means it's not necessary that you will. Try to stay, Diane, because come on. You know, I love it to have you here. Hello, everyone in chat. There you are. Okay, we're getting like good people. Guys, do you have good sound? Do you have good visual? Can you see the slides and everything? Ciao, Maria. Okay, perfect.
It's nice. I didn't realize I could chat to everyone, so I'm chatting to everyone now. That's fine.
Yes. And do you see the slides as well? Do you see the slides? See if they are working. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay. So guys, I think it's recording on its own. I think it is going to be recording on its own. Okay, Nick, you took me in CNN. Good to see you again. K Core, is that you? Like K Core, I think that could be right. Oh, welcome.
Oh my God, good memory.
Like if you remember in college, I used to remember like a lot of names. Like it was very, very rare that I forgot the name. Yes, and I'm good to remember names and faces. So if I was to see you outside, I would remember you. So it's really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. All right, guys, we're gonna wait maybe 2-3 more minutes, and then we can start with everything. Michelle, that's more difficult, but I would say Michelle nurse, maybe Michelle work as a nurse. Is that correct? Am I remembering correctly? How about that? That was difficult, right?
It's like you're just reading people's minds. How bizarre. He taught me as well. That's really funny.
Yes. Shazia, I remember you. I absolutely remember you. I do not remember your last name, but I absolutely do remember you. Probably 2 years ago, like in the college in King's Cross. I think we did clinics together, if I remember correctly, and you were doing like incredibly well. I think, if I remember correctly, and I think I am. No, it's good stuff. I really have a really, really good memory. Really, really good memory, and I'm happy with that. And I take my supplements, like my Spain. I mean, guys, Spain is really beautiful, but the supplements are so bad. Like they're so low quality. Like there is not a decent omega-3 in the whole Canary. Like they are all so badly. So whatever. I don't know what to do. All right, guys. I think 1 more minute. So I was right, Shazia. How about that? See, Kate, like 4 out of 4.
I'm impressed.
Not bad. Like with Kate Nola, like she had the most beautiful accent I've ever heard. Do you remember? Like it was so funny. And you were in class with Monique.
Yeah.
You were in class with Kezra.
Yeah.
Right, and Samantha.
Sam, yeah.
Sam, yeah. Good. Yeah. How about that? Like I do remember your class. Yeah. It was like my second year in CNN, like when you guys were studying. Yeah, and it was right in house. It was the previous college.
Yeah, the old college.
The old college. Guys, we have 42 people. So what's going to happen? I believe I am recording. I believe the platform is recording. And if that's true, I will also edit this, and then we're going to post it everywhere, my groups, Kate's groups, and everything. Now, I'm not 100% sure the way the recording will work, but I will try so you can keep it and everything. So I would say we have enough people. I will start. So I will do most of the webinar because it's the thing I like the most, and then Kate is gonna give us some of her perspective, and at a certain point we can go Q&As and everything. If you have any questions, please go ahead and post the questions in chat. And strategically, I will go and check the chat to make sure everyone is on board. Okay, Kate, ready?
Yeah, ready.
Let's do it. So, guys, we want to talk to you about is it possible to be an author, to be a bestseller with 1 hour per day? Because I know a lot of you, they don't really have a lot of time to invest. Okay, so this will be the question that we're going to answer today. But let's start with the dream. Now, I think this is like a very normal question, but have you ever dreamed about writing a book and maybe, just maybe, make this book into a success? Okay. Now, I think that's a very stupid question in the sense that otherwise, why would you be here watching this webinar here? But it's also, from the other perspective, a very legitimate question, because it's like, before I started to write my first best-selling book, this was 2018 or 17, whatever, like I always thought like bestsellers are other people. And it's really weird where it happens to you. And I'm sure Kate has had the same experience, right? It's like, yeah, it's not going to happen to me, but it does.
Yeah.
It does happen. It does happen. And it's really, really cool. Now, guys, very, very important. And I really, really wanted to put some focus here because it's super, super important. Now, writing a successful book is not just exciting for a therapist, because it's very exciting when you see your book, when you see it published, when you see it going to best-selling status. That's one part. But it can really be useful as a stepping stone for your practice. I repeat this concept here. When you nail the right book, it can be the boost to a practice which is a bit lagging, and that changes a lot. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. Now, these two people here are two of the authors I like the most, okay? So the first one is Joshua Fletcher, and the second one is Barry McDonough. I don't know if you knew this, but when I was in about end of 2019, I had a very bad bout of panic attacks, like really, really bad. And I did buy these two books here. The first one, it helped me a little bit to feel better, not to panic that much. But the second one, this book here, it taught me like a 8 or 10 steps formula in which no more panic attacks. And I mean, no more panic attacks, period. Like I use the techniques 10 times, no more panic attacks. And these people here, I will always be grateful to them. One book, how expensive was that? Like £695 to buy, like ridiculous. But what do they have in common? What do they have in common, these two people here? Well, they're two successful authors, which they both have a similar story. And especially this guy here, Joshua Fletcher. Joshua Fletcher was a guy, like, he wasn't even a therapist. He wasn't like a nutritionist. He wasn't like psychologist. He was a dude that decided that he had panic, and he started to understand how panic worked, and he started to produce books. Then he became like an author. Then he became like he studied in uni to become a psychologist. Then his whole life changed. But at the time, they were both struggling. No one knew them. They self-published a book on Amazon, and their career and their practice exploded. Okay, this is the story, and there are so many other stories like this. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Yes, true, these two people did it, but it's not easy to replicate. At which I say, you know, guys, what? It is true. It's not easy to replicate, but it is possible. Okay, and it is possible where you understand how this works and what is a book, which are the things I'm going to tell you about today. But don't take me as an example, because you may be thinking, yeah, but Nick, you don't have a family, you don't have children, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it doesn't work. Right. So I'm going to let Kate introduce herself. Kate is a successful therapist. She's been a successful therapist for more than 15 years. She's also a mom of 2 beautiful boys. Kate, go ahead and share your story.
Yeah, for sure. So I started in nutritional therapy, back in like 2005, 2006. I did nutritional therapy then. I had my own clinic, and it was okay. Like, I've always been reasonably busy. I've ticked along, not amazing. I had my children in 2010, 2012, and then I was juggling clinic and children and school runs and all the things that we do as mums. And then lockdown came along, and suddenly I was juggling mum life with homeschooling, with everything else that came along with lockdown, all the stress, the anxiety, everything. And I had to close my practice because I'm a bit old school. I like to see my clients face to face. I like to feel their energy. I like to really be in the room with them. Even now, I don't do a lot of Zoom work. I do 90% of my work face to face. I like to feel my clients. That sounds weird. I'm not touching my clients. I'm not like that. I like to feel the vibe of my clients. And so, yeah, I shut my practice during lockdown, and I thought, it's going to be fine. I'm going to watch Netflix and I'll be absolutely fine. And then after about 3 or 4 days, it wasn't very long, I was like, God, I'm bored. I'm so bored. My kids were like asking me loads of questions, so many damn questions. I don't understand any of the questions. They were homeschooling, but their school were amazing and had them on video conference. But it was constant, relentless. Can you help me with this homework? Can you help me with that? Can you do this? Have we got this? Have we got that? And I was just like juggling that and being stressed about, when's the world going to reopen? I've lost my business. I've lost everything. Because at that point, we didn't know. We're talking sort of early April. I didn't know that I was going to get to reopen in July or anything. It was just constant every week, what was it, the R number or something. We were all being told every week we had the R number update, and it was terrifying. But I had this idea to write a book in the back of my head, and I had that feeling like Nicola was saying, you know, I could write a book, but it's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to be a bestseller. I'm just going to write a book. And I kept thinking, I'll write this book. And that started in the January, actually, before lockdown. I'd had this idea to write a book. And if you know my books, so my books are the Blood Labs ones. I got them out just ready for the call. So if you know Blood Labs 1, you'll know the test matrix that's in there. So I'm just going to flick to the test matrix. So the test matrix is this kind of grid thing which tells you about symptoms and blood tests. And I'd started creating a spreadsheet, which I was using in clinic. And I thought, you know, I could just put that spreadsheet in the book. Maybe people need it. Maybe people want it. And if nothing else, it's just something to keep me busy while I can't work. So I spoke to, it was all a bit of a weird thing. I had to speak to my accountant, set up a new business because I was furloughed from my business. So I started a new business, a book writing business. And I started writing, and I got in touch with Nicola because I knew at the same time he was writing. So we were writing together, weren't we? We were just kind of bouncing ideas. We were proofreading each other's work, and it kept us on track, basically. And so I started writing, and it wasn't easy. Like, I was disturbed all the time, but I kind of got to the point where I knew late night, noise cancelling headphones, I'd get some work done. I'd get some typing done. And during the day, I could do homework and school dinners. I could cook the lunches, cook the dinners, do the homework, and I could make that balance work. That was lockdown. It was different. But it took me about 3 months, and finally got the book and got it published. Is my connection okay? It says it's unstable. Am I all right?
Yeah. I can see you normally.
So yeah, I got the book published. And like I expected, I bought a copy, my mum bought a copy, and I thought that was going to be it. And then I kind of thought about this in the weeks leading up to it, and I started to talk about the book that I was writing. I started adding people onto my Facebook and my Instagram. And when I was writing the book, I didn't really know who it was for. But when I started to publish the book, and when I was like finishing off writing the book, I was like, actually, this is for other therapists to help their clients. I'm teaching other therapists here. And so I started adding other therapists onto my social media and just building up my following. And then I launched the book. Like I said, my mum bought the first copy. I bought the second copy. My boyfriend bought a copy. And then I mentioned it on my Facebook. And within a week, with Nicola's help, it had gone to bestseller. I was getting 5-star reviews coming in. And I was like, shit, like this book that I wrote just to keep me busy and keep me off Netflix, it's gone bestseller. Like, this is amazing. And when the world reopened, I suddenly had therapists messaging me saying, can we come and work with you? Like, we want you to mentor me. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? We don't have to do this stuff. We had the one lecture at CNN. We've all done that same lecture. It was just that I'd done more research outside of that lecture, and something that I was using on a day-to-day basis was now something that other people didn't know much about. So maybe you guys are in that situation. I don't know. So I was like, oh, damn. So now I suddenly had my one-to-ones with my clients, and I was getting one-to-ones with therapists. So that's when I opened up my big Facebook group, Blood Labs. And I was taking on people into the Facebook group because it meant I could help more people and I could learn what people wanted. And that was just, again, it was a bit of a marketing ploy for me. So sorry if anyone's in my group, but yeah, I'm just learning from you and learning what you actually need so that I can then release things that you actually need. So after a couple of years of doing it like this, and it's been amazing juggling. So now I'm juggling kids. They're back at school, thankfully. So I'm juggling my kids. I'm juggling the mum life. I'm juggling my one-to-one clients, and I'm juggling now the mentoring. I started to cut down my one-to-one clients and bring up my mentoring a little bit more. And my view in the next few months is to really reduce my one-to-one clients. I've got someone I'm training up to do my one-to-one work. So she'll take over from me. And then I'll just do mentoring and write more books. My ultimate dream is to just sit and write books every day by the beach. That's my ultimate dream one day. But yes,
I love that.
Right, exactly. Like, I would never have thought of that before lockdown. I was like, no, I just do one-to-one clients. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. Just one-to-one clients, and that'll be me till the day I die. One-to-one clients. But now I've got all these different streams of income, and now I've got courses based on the book. I've got obviously this book writing course based on the book. I've got the books themselves. I've got the mentoring. I've still got my one-to-one clients, which is still, I call it my bread and butter, but I'd say the money coming in from the one-to-ones is not dissimilar to the money coming in from the books and the mentoring now. So it's, you know, it's very balanced. And I feel like if I went into another lockdown, I wouldn't be drowning this time. I'd have an income because I've got my books as a passive income. I've got my mentoring as a passive income. It wouldn't matter if I lost my one-to-one clinic, which is why I'm happy to look at training someone to take over from me. So yeah, my marketing was just to build up my following, people following me. And I mean, I don't know if anyone knew me back before lockdown, probably not. Maybe if you were in the class with me, but otherwise you'd probably never heard of me. I was just another nutritional therapist. But I started adding nutritional therapists onto my social media. And then when I published the book, obviously they were on my feeds and they saw the book and they were buying the book because it was getting these positive reviews. So that was my marketing. It didn't cost me a penny to do that. And you can do that too when you're marketing your books. I'm sure Nicola will take you through that either in this webinar or maybe it's in the course, but I'm sure that will be all covered. But I know someone mentioned yesterday that marketing is so expensive. And I just wanted to get across that I haven't ever paid anything for marketing, ever. So, yeah, I can't remember what the plot of my conversation was, but yes, it's not easy to juggle everything, but it will give you a new stream of income that you can then reduce your other incomes and prioritize the book writing if you want to, or you can prioritize courses based on your book. It just gives you new opportunities, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
And guys, we're going to share with you what does it mean in terms of numbers. So let's go on, guys. So these are like some of the books we did write. As you can see, like we went bestseller in competitive categories like disorder and diseases with my Candida and Corso books. Kate was #1 for a long time with several of her books in laboratory medicine. So we did a lot of like stuff. But let me show you some numbers for you to understand what does it mean to be able to become a bestseller. Okay, I'm not gonna do the intro. I think you guys know who we are and whatever. Like we're both 3 times bestseller in health. I also have 4 books in spirituality about chakra healing, which are also bestseller. Like I think I am the person with the highest amount of content in the world regarding Candida, and that's an area I write a lot. Kate has already explained to you. She's also she did not say, she's also the creator of the LABS method, which is something I will cover later, which is a mind-blowing way of essentially interpreting blood tests and understanding what to do in 4 simple steps, which is really, really cool. Now, let me show you some dashboard for you to understand. So that's my dashboard for health, and it's divided into the books. Obviously, the king book is Candida Treatment for Women, but all of them together, they bring on average, this is on average, £3,200 in a month. That's give or take what it brings. And this is not $1 million, obviously, but this kind of money, just out of passive income, which I will show you later how it works exactly, allows you to basically like go and live by the beach, where I will show you like where I'm living right now, and really like do whatever the hell you want, because you don't really need to work if you live it like in a non-expensive place just without this passive income. Same thing with Kate. This is like her dashboard. This is, by the way, June and not the whole June. So, and again, we are over 2K, and this is like consistent stream of income in both areas. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean for you? That's where I normally work in the morning. Like you see, there is literally like 50 meters from the beach. Again, it allows you to live more or less wherever you want. Obviously, if you want to go in Monte Carlo, like with this kind of money, you're not going to do it. But besides that kind of stuff, you can really, really do these kind of things. And you can like work from the beach. You can work from somewhere you want. And please, guys, I want you to pay a lot of attention right now. Okay, please do pay attention. Now, a lot of people don't want to write on social media daily, which would be actually the right move if you want to boost your practice. Fine, you don't want to write daily on social media. Most people don't want to record books, which would, record the videos. That would also be a very good move. Fine, you don't want to do that. Books, they can take you out of that situation like that. Because if you do the right book that Amazon likes, all of the promotion of the books is going to be on them. Why? Because you are sharing your revenue with Amazon, and so they have all the interest to push your book. And imagine when you have like essentially the biggest place in the world when it comes, at least the Western world, to push something, to push your stuff. Why? Because they're going to take between 30 and 40% of the royalties by pushing your stuff. So if your book sells Well, you know what happens if your book sells? Like, boom, they're going to make more money. They're going to push it for you. And you don't need to spend a single penny for that. I repeat, you don't need to spend a single penny for that. Now, before I go to the next part, what percentage do Amazon take? Okay, I just answered to you, Joe. 30 to 40%, depending if it's a paperback, depending if it's like a Kindle or an audiobook. Okay. Now, before I go to the next stage, are we absolutely crystal clear with everything we discussed so far, with the idea that the book can actually help you to bring like your practice to the next level by essentially creating passive income, but also by being pushed by Amazon? Is everyone clear? Can you please type in chat if anyone has questions on this point here, just to make sure we are all on board? Everyone else? Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure, because remember, guys, this is for you, not for me. I already know all of this kind of stuff, so it's important that you guys understand. Now, what we're going to explain to you today is the same exact method we used and people who study with us use in this webinar here. So today we're going to reveal everything for you so you understand how this works. But before we do that, obviously I need to put a disclaimer. Every time you talk about money, I need to absolutely put the disclaimer on, and I'm also going to start a poll for you guys just to be clear that you understand that I'm not making any income claim. So I'm just saying, this is the experience of Kate and I are having. It's the experience we are seeing. We're showing you the dashboard. That doesn't mean that everyone is going to make $3K a month by just listening to this webinar here. The answer is no. I don't know what's going to happen, but I need to make sure that is very clear and understood and everything. Okay. So unfortunately, this is the law. I have to give you the disclaimer on the earnings. Now, I think everyone is clear. Yes, everyone is clicking that everyone is clear. Okay, I'm going to end the interaction. Thank you. Now, today, guys, is the perfect time to learn. So let's get ready to discuss this. Now, topic number one, what is a book? Because this is not a simple question, okay? And I want you to really understand. If you have pen and paper, please, this is the time to start on pen and paper, much better than a computer. Now, a book is just a piece of a bigger sales funnel. What's the sales funnel? Essentially is your structure to book clients constantly. And now I will show you what I mean by that, okay? For now, I just want you to understand. The book is not the end goal. When you heard Kate explaining her story, she was saying that at a certain point, other therapists, they started to contact me because they wanted mentoring. So the book was the piece of the puzzle for other people to get into her business with a much higher price, okay? And this is the magic formula, because the book gives you money directly, fine, but that's not the end of the story, because you don't want to just be, I guess you don't just want to be an author, you also want to be a therapist who helps people, okay? And the book allows you to do that. Why? Because if I read your book and your book is good, I'm going to contact you. Like, I'm 100% going to contact you. I did contact Joshua Fletcher after reading his book, and I did some session with him because it was something useful. Like, I didn't want to have panic attacks. And obviously, I did have more than enough money to contact that person, and they helped me. They absolutely helped me. Is that clear? Now, I want to send another interaction for you guys to understand what kind of public we have here. So I'm going to put like a poll. And if you can tell me if you have ever written a book before, just to understand what's the percentage. So not yet. Okay, so most people. Oh, someone has. Okay, was that you?
It's not me, not me.
Okay,
I've written a book, but it's not me making comments.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Okay, so some people did write the book, but the majority of you did not write the book. Okay, beautiful. Thank you guys for that. Now, the second part that I want you to understand, and please, this is also very important. A book, it's an inexpensive item that allows a potential client to come across your brand, okay? So what does it mean by that? Okay, have a look at this thing here. Okay, this is the whole marketing structure on how to build a practice. And it seems like a big promise, but this is exactly the way it works if you want to start with a low ticket offer. What's a low ticket offer? It means something that you're gonna get people in contact with, which is less than $50, less than 40 pounds, just to give you an idea. Because this is a simple sale, could be like an emotional sale. Imagine like you have like a problem with some acne and you find a book that tells you how to solve this acne here. and the book is $10, so £10. Well, you can buy the book, okay? If the book is garbage, you wasted £10 or $10. But if the book is good, now you have something really, really useful. And that, please keep in mind what's going to see here. It's one step of the funnel. It does not stop there. That's so important to understand. Why? Because when someone reads your book, when someone reads your content, and if your content is good, and it's going to be good, obviously, if you actually put an effort in that, well, that person will start to like you, and they're going to see you as a figure of authority. This is where you can sell either a mid-ticket offer. Imagine like a book that leads to a video course, which is about, I don't know, £100, which can also lead to the one-to-one with you, which is, for example, £300. And I will show you some, I'm using these numbers because that's the bare minimum to book with me. If you want to book, like the minimum consultation with me is going to be $300 for essentially one call with me, okay? And this is all based on this is called an ascension funnel. So you are ascending to the level, okay? So before I go to the next stage, is everyone crystal clear on the idea? A book is the first step. The book brings you passive income, but it's not the end all be all. The point is the book brings you passive income. It brings people who are potentially interested in what you have to offer. They do like a very simple purchase, but then some of them will be interested in working with you directly. So not only you're making money, but you're also booking people into your business. Okay, now before I go to the next stage, is everyone clear in this scenario right here? Yes? No? Please do give me like just to make sure we're all on board, okay? Because this is the basics of how to build a practice. If you don't want to write, if you don't want to record videos, if you don't want to write on social media every single day, you only have one other option. So let Amazon do the work for you. You create the book is going to expand, the book is going to bring you clients. Now, just to show you, like before I explain this, let me show you some ideas, okay? So these are actual real people. This person here is telling me, my name is, I want a consultation for Candida, blah, 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 blah. I have this problem here. Can you help me? Essentially, okay? And I put in here, this was the 11th of June, and she ended up paying on the 16th. So there was a bit of back and forth of emails. This is part of my standard procedure, which is 2 consultations for Candida for $600, give or take. This is in euros, so 297, or normally it's 299. So this is the formula that happens to me at least between 4 to 6 times every single month. I repeat, 4 to 6 times every single month, people send me emails because they want to book with me after they read my book, okay? And I put the actual email and obviously covering like the person and the actual payment. This is a different one, like, and this was, I put it all of this because you can see the whole payment, okay? She wrote me on the 10th of January. She did pay on the 10th of January, and the second payment installment, it was the 10th of February. What does she say? My name is, and I really enjoy your book and your YouTube show. I'm eager to get started. I would love to have a program designed by you. I've been diagnosed with Candida overgrowth. I've attached my blood test results. Now, have a look what's happening in here. These people here are already sold. Let me repeat this concept. There is no need with these people here to sell them anything. If you hate to do sales call, if you hate to do discovery calls because they don't work, the book solves the problem. Look at the language that they use. Could you help us in this journey? I look forward to hearing from you. Here, I would love to have a program that's already sold. Okay, that's already sold, and I attach to you the actual sale, so you see exactly what we're talking about here. And this happens all the time, like every single month, and has been doing so since 2020, when I really went into the Candida business for real. Okay, so this is exactly what I wanted to show you here. Why is a book really good for you? Well, because it creates 3 positive situations for you. 1, it creates authority and position yourself as the problem solver. Again, if you read any of my Candida book, or if you read Kate's book on blood testing, they're going to help you. They're going to help you. And if someone helps you in the mind of that person, which is you in this case here, you're going to start to think, okay, so this person here can be a problem solver. And you're going to think about them when you think about the solution to the problem. 2nd, it generates passive income for years to come, because Blood Labs 1 came out, I think, June 2020. It came out the month after my Candida book, the Candida Treatment for Women, which is my best-selling book, May 2020, because we did it basically together during lockdown. and it's more than 3 years after, and they're still generating revenues. Okay, just to give you an idea, even in the worst month, we're still talking about over £2,000 a year in the worst ones. Okay, so it was really worth it. It was really worth it. But more importantly, let me give you the numbers in here once again. Like if I book, let's say I book only 4 of these people, is £600, 600 times $600, sorry, times 4 is $2,400, £2,000 plus 3,000 of passive income. It makes 5K just out of having the book. And okay, and I don't have any skill or any talent that you don't have. Like guys, we are all on the same boat. Kate was able to do the same, and we have other people did the same, like another therapist, friend of ours, Mara did the same, another student of mine, Jane, did the same. So this is all very possible and very absolutely real. Let's see what we do. We want videos and podcast also. Yeah, Michelle, I do a lot of stuff, but you don't need to. Like, if you don't like to do it, the book can be your source of lead generation. What can you offer the client in a consultation beyond what is in the book and that personal touch? Well, in the consultation, you are going to make it realistic for them, because imagine like someone is taking a medication. Like in the book, you can't really like program for that. You're going to give them like an idea, but in the one-to-one, it changes everything. And the beautiful things about this, Rosie, is like you have to understand a simple point that most people, and I'm going to tell you in a moment, most people aren't going to read the book. They're going to read a few pages of the book, okay? Most people, the most committed, they read a few pages, they like the book, they want to get in contact with you. Joe, I'm going to answer that in a moment. Formatting of the book, of the printing. Philippa, that is basically stuff that Amazon does for you. So don't worry about it. Once it's on Amazon, they're going to print and send and do everything for you. You just need to put it there, and they're going to do all of the heavy lifting for you. It's such a good deal in that specific scenario. It doesn't have to be Amazon. We normally publish on Amazon because it's the biggest one, but there are other places like Apple Books does the same. But I would say Amazon, in my opinion, is the one that brings me the best. Okay. Now, I will explain to you, Joe, I will answer your question in a second. Now I did this. Okay. Now, you might be thinking now, okay, I'm on board, but how do I write a book when I don't have a lot of free time? Which is basically Joe's question, right? I was reading your mind. 5th time I'm reading your mind today. Now, good question. And the answer is absolutely super easy, okay? A book is very easy to write if you understand what the book actually is. So let me help you with that, okay? What I'm showing you here is the secret formula for you to writing successful books. And it's literally 4 steps, okay? Please do pay attention right now because it's super important. Now, you need one public. What does it mean? You write for one group of people. You don't write for everyone, you write for one group of people. Second, you need one problem. And in a moment, I will tell you more about the problem. Imagine Colson. Third, you need one solution. I repeat, guys, one solution to the most common issues. Okay, Joe, to answer your question, you don't solve every single problem. You solve the most common problem that people experience, okay? Sorry, am I back with the sound?
No, sounds fine here.
Okay, good. Okay, and you invest 1 hour per day to give yourself to get to this goal. Okay, I repeat, one public. You write for one group of people. You write about one problem. Don't write about the everything. People don't want to do that. Don't care. No one cares about you writing about everything. You write about one solution, so you solve the most common issue. Imagine someone doesn't want to have acne before a date. That's the problem. Fine. You tell them how to solve the acne before the date. I assure you that book is going to do 10 times much better than a book of 300 pages on acne. No one cares about that. Okay. And you invest 1 hour per day for a month. That's how you write a book, period. There is nothing more. Obviously, if you want to write 10 hours per day, like I did sometime, okay, do you remember when I wrote my first chakra book, which I wrote it in 3 days on Red Bull? Like I was like, then I had a migraine, so I wouldn't suggest people to do it, to write books on Red Bull, but it did work for me. Like it did work. Then I paid the price, but it did work. But 1 hour per day is more than enough. In a month's time, you will be able to write the book. Why? Let me tell you why. So first of all, please do write down this because this is very important. Now, you need to find a problem which is between 2 points. Now, the first one, it needs to be common enough for you to build a long-lasting business. As an example, I had this consultation here with a lady who wanted to write a book with me, and she wanted to write about sickle cell anemia. And we did the calculations, and currently, at least in the West, at least in the English-speaking market, which was the market she could target, there was not enough number of people to really sustain that kind of business. Okay, so that kind of part is complicated. It really makes the situation really, really difficult. Okay, at the same time, you don't want to pick a market which is too large, that has been invaded, imagine like weight loss, by too many players, because you're just going to disappear. Like, do you really think you can compete with Weight Watchers? It's not going to happen. They have so much money. Do you think you can compete with Dr. X? It's not going to happen. Okay, the magic of getting the right book is called keyword search, okay, which is something that Kate and I will teach you. Okay, the keyword search makes it possible for you to understand what to write about and what's the right angle. If you don't do like that, it's problematic. Now, Gillian is saying the reference puts me off. Like, how much needs to be referenced? Okay, Gillian, let me bring you back to this situation right here. What I'm saying right here. Okay, now, you're writing for people. You're not doing anything academic, okay? You can write the whole book without any referencing and no one would care. If you want to do some referencing in the end, by all means, do it. But people are not there to read science, unless you're writing for a doctor. But most people, I have stomach pain. Gillian, can you tell me what to do with stomach pain? And if you tell me what to do with stomach pain, I would buy your book if your book is interesting enough. So don't make it into something difficult that really stops you, okay? Like, see any of my books. In the end, I have, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 pages of referencing, which I used to create the book, because I read the papers before, but I did not go crazy. You don't need to do, this is not an academic exercise, okay, guys? Is everyone clear with this? This is an exercise in which you're writing. Imagine like you're writing for like, I don't know, like your hairdresser. That's the level of difficulty that you, with all respect, with hairdressers, obviously, like just like saying, like you're writing for the average person, okay? If the average person, your barista, when you drink coffee, would not understand that book because it's too reference, that book is not going to be good, okay? Because on Amazon, 95% of people are not therapists. Probably even 98% of people are not therapists, okay? Can we add a reference from other books? You can't copy and you can't like put stuff which is in other books, but you can reinterpret what you use, and obviously you have to quote them in the end, but you can't copy. No, the answer, Bhavani, is like you can't copy, but you can read other books that they help you to do your own work. My advice, though, to make it much simpler, it would be read the research yourself and then come up with your own solution. It's much simpler because that's your completely your new job. That said, like, unless you become like Dr. X, no one is going to really care. Like, even with the amount of sales that Kate and I do, no one really cares. And if you become Dr. X, well, you're going to have money to be able to support yourself in a legal battle. So who cares at that stage? Like, okay, so don't really like bother too much, but obviously don't copy stuff. Like, don't take the protocol of someone who has written on it, because otherwise that's not fair. Okay. Now, I repeat this concept here because it's very important, guys. Focus on one problem and give that problem a good solution. Now, what do I mean by a good solution? Because this is the very important difference, okay? You need to bring a tangible improvement, okay? I'm going to use the Kate's book, so I'm not tooting my horns, okay? Now, if you have a problem in understanding how to help someone with fatigue, okay, and they have a blood test, you're going to read blood labs, and by the end of blood labs, you will know what to do with that person, period. Maybe you're not going to be 100% ready because you read the book only one time, but you're going to have a tangible improvement, 50, 60% better than what you had at the beginning. For 10 pounds, that's a huge improvement. That's a huge improvement. And I know what you're thinking, very important, you don't need to be perfect. Guys, this is so important. I'm not perfect, Kate is not perfect. And if you get stuck with the idea, my book needs to be perfect, you're never going to do anything. Bring the book out, because now I want to give you a concept which is going to blow your mind. I assure you one thing, okay? There are a lot of people who are willing to read what you have to offer, and what you're going to tell them is going to change their life. And I know it feels weird because, like, when I wrote my first book, it was 2018. I wrote my first candidate book. It was completely random. Do you guys know why I wrote my first book? I was in CNM. I was teaching, and I was very slim. I had about 10% body fat because I was competing in CrossFit. And I was starting in the morning with my beautiful 6-pack. By lunchtime, I was having so much belly that I was looking pregnant. And imagine in a room of 50 ladies, nutritionists looking at your belly grow, I was very embarrassed. And one of the director of studies, one day, she touched my belly. She was like, "Oh, are you pregnant?" And that was it. So I started to research why I was bloating, and I did like a stool test. I came across Candida glabrata, which was the reason why I was bloating like that. I destroyed Candida glabrata, and I shared my experience in the book. I had no idea that book would have made any kind of money. And then my first book, my first success, was completely random. That was the hidden link between bloating and Candida that now is not available anymore, so I'm not selling it or anything. That book made £27,000 in 6 weeks. I repeat, that book randomly, because Amazon liked it, made £27,000 in 6 weeks, which brought me to become the Candida guru. Okay. So I had no idea why people would do that. I had no idea why people would like that, but that was the way it did happen. Okay. So guys, it's very important to understand that on the internet, there are so many people who are going to be willing to listen to what you have to offer. It's so important to understand that. So don't lowball yourself thinking that you don't have anything to experience or anything to give, because you do. Okay. So it's very, very important. Okay. Now, you don't even need to know how to write at this day and age. You don't even need to go out to write to be able to write the book, because there are thousands of places. Imagine just ChatGPT to do your own proofreading to fix this problem here. Like, obviously, I don't make a lot of mistakes when I write in the English language, but I probably do some of them because it's not my first language. But I can just get them proofread in 2 seconds. Done. Okay, you break it down, proofread this page. Okay, done. Proofread this page, and then you put it like that. So you don't even need to be great at writing just to have your proofread and be like perfect. And this is very important. Guys, you should not go above between 100 and 150 properly written pages, not like 1 word per page for your book, okay? Because it's just wrong, okay? People don't really want a long book. People need a solution to their problems, okay? So let me see. If over 150, would you write part 1 and part 2 and then release a couple of months apart? Even a bit more than that, Gillian, because the push of a new book is normally 3 to 6 months, okay? So do part 1 and part 2, or make them in a way which they cover different areas. But it's so, so good. Did you ever approach publishing houses or straight to Amazon? Sasha, this is the problem. So my first book, back in 2009, I did write it in Italy with one of the biggest publishing houses. I don't even know how I scored that, but let me tell you about what you make on a publishing house. 8% royalties, 8% royalties divided by 2 between me and Dr. Taboni. Like 8% versus 60 or 70%. To me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And this is very important, like they don't really give you too much advantage, because yes, I did sell few copies of that book, and probably about 2,000 copies of that book, but compared to what I sell for Candida, there is not even comparison, okay? So that's why I like to have control. I like to know what I write. I like to update my books consistently. So no, I would do with that. What if you have a few areas you want to write about and not being seen as just in one specialty? Michelle, so the important part is here is, like, you can write under pen names if you want, okay? So you don't need to write under your name if you want to write in more areas. But if you do want to write under your own name, you just need to check the right keywords. If there is a market for that book will sell, period, okay? So you can be in more than one area, that's okay, okay? But as long, for example, I have both Cold Sore and Candida, and people buy one and the other. Okay, very, very important. 150 pages is the magic number. Okay, now let me explain to you why you should not go above 150 pages. Okay, so please do pay attention right here, because there is a reason why I say not to go above that. Now, when someone is on Amazon looking for a problem, like, they are not aware of the all possible solution just yet in the majority of the cases. So most people, they have a problem. Let's say they have stomach pain. Or okay, let me do like a thing I bought 2 years ago. I had tinnitus, like it was so loud, and it was towards the end of COVID. Yeah, the end of the first COVID wave. And I had this horrible tinnitus, and it was really, really bothering me. So I went on Amazon and I did buy this book called Tinnitus from Tyrant to Freedom, something like that. And at that time, I was not really aware of the solution. I just had tinnitus and I just wanted a book to teach me what to do with that. Okay, so this stage here, I did not want to write or to read a 400 pages book. I did not want an encyclopedia. I didn't want to pay a lot of money because yes, I had the problem, but it was not so bothering me to invest too much. At that stage, I just wanted a solution. I read that book and I would say probably 70% of my tinnitus went away. So this stage here, most of your clients, they don't want something too complicated. They just want a solution to their problem. Okay, so before I go any further, are you clear that you need just to provide one solution to the most common problem? Meaning, if someone has vestibular migraine, okay, you provide the solution to vestibular migraine. You don't write a book on all types of migraine in the same book. If you want, you write 3 books, fine. You write a book about menstrual migraine, you write a book about biochemical migraine, you write a book about vestibular migraine. That's fine. That's fine. You don't create these huge books. The time of these huge books is gone. This was the type of books that were coming out maybe 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, our attention span was completely different. Guys, think about that. Now, with social media, they triggered our dopamine super quickly. They destroyed our GABA receptor. People are not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So please understand, you give the solution to one problem and you make it simple, okay? Can you solve every kind of vestibular migraine problems with one book? The answer is no, but that's not what you do, okay? If someone wants a specific help, they come to you privately. They come to you in one-to-one. And in the book, you make that clear. But if someone wants a help, that book is going to be helpful. I assure you. You read my book on Candida, 100%, any kind of fungal infection you have, you're going to learn more and it's going to help you. Is it going to solve aspergillus on your skin? No, but it's going to make you understand how fungi work. And by applying those concepts, you will reduce the damage of aspergillus, which is a completely different fungi. That's the story. That's how it works. Now, done. So to clarify, 150 pages max, and that means 5 pages per day for a month, which you can absolutely write in 1 hour per day. And let me repeat, the solution does not need to be world changing at this stage. Let me be very clear. You don't need to write the best possible book on the market because that's not what people want. And let me be even more clear in this scenario right here, which is 90% of people, okay, 90% of people will not read your book. They will buy your book, they're not going to read it. These are the data. Okay, I have on my marketing for therapist course over 85 people. I tell you one thing, 70% of them, they did not open the course, and that course was £900. Imagine, like 70% of people invested £900 not to open the course one time. That's the reality. Imagine like if I pay £10, really? Like how many people are going to read it? Not most people. But, and this is another very important point, let me be super crystal clear here. Now, to solve a problem for health with a do-it-yourself approach, like a book, very few people will actually solve it. Why? Because there is a lot of work that needs to be done. Okay. Now, I think if you've studied with me, you heard me telling you the story of how I changed my life by reading Tony Robbins' book called Awaken the Giant Within. Like, I think most of you are familiar with that story. But the reason why Awaken the Giant Within worked for Nicola, it's not because the book is magic. It's because Nicola, for like months, went through the book daily to make it work. But how many Nicolas are out there? But I gave that book to 15 people and none of them changed their life. It's more or less the same percentage. Most people don't do the work. But, and please, this is the part that I wanted to write down. Okay, if you were not paying attention, come and pay attention right now. The real value of the book is to show the person that the solution exists. That is the real value, because the biggest problem of someone who's unhealthy is they start to believe there is no solution and that's going to be their destiny. I want to repeat this concept here because this is the basic of how you work as a therapist and how you write books in health. The major advantage that you bring up to a person is they understand one important concept, which is the solution exists and their misery can end. That's the most important part. When you do that, I assure you, people are going to be very, very happy with what you have to offer them and the way you talk to them, period. So guys, this is so vital because once they understand the solution is out there, then the situation gets better. And please raise your hand, I mean virtually, but raise your hand if you've ever been so unwell that you start to believe there is no solution, like you feel so desperate. Like I think like most people have, like I speak with Kate daily and like both her and I went through this kind of stuff. And I think everyone, like there is a point where you're like, what's the solution? There is no solution, okay? But if someone makes you believe the solution exists, then you start to believe. And that's so useful. That's so useful. So, guys, now 5 minutes, I tell you about our course, and then we take some questions. So if you want to do this kind of work with us, Kate and I, as your mentors, you can do that. It's very, very simple. So this is the course we're promoting. It's called Bestseller Strategy Revolution. This is specific for health therapists, okay? Now, the course is divided into video lessons. These are recorded. You can watch them in your own time. You can join now, start the course in 6 months, 1 year. It's up to you. If right now you don't have time to do it, you can still join and do it whenever it's convenient for you. So you don't have any time limit to do it. But we're going to teach you how to write the book. How do you write? What do you write on the book? Because that's the first part. Okay, what do you do? Okay, the second, how do you design the cover? Because the cover is, I would say, 60% of the sales, and the description of the book is 30% of the sales, and 10% is just Amazon pushing your stuff. Okay, now what kind of keywords? Think about my book. Why is my book called Candida Treatment for Women? Because that's the strongest keyword I had at the time I wrote the book. Okay, so because people put the Candida Treatment for Women, they get like creams and that kind of stuff, and then a book pops out, and the book has a lot of positive reviews. What do you think is going to happen? It's the only different things in a page of creams. What do you think people are going to do? Okay, that's the reason why my book sold so much, and it's so simple to find this kind of stuff. It is recorded, yes. Okay, now step 4. How do we make the book into a bestseller? And I tried and tested this program here many times. Like Kate and I did it essentially 10 times. We explained this to a lot of people, but really, really good part. Okay, now, next part. Every single week, Kate and I will be online for you 1 or 2 hours per week, depending on how much time you want to spend with us, to give you all the full support. What does it mean? We're going to have these meetings here where Kate and I, one week is going to be me, 1 week is going to be Kate. We're going to mentor you in everything you need. So not only you learn how to write the book, but anything related to you asking to your, like you could be like, I don't know what to do with these specific clients here. Fine. Okay, we're going to teach you what to do in that specific scenario. Okay, we're also going to teach you like what to do for your marketing. We're going to teach you how to write the book. So we're going to do all of these kind of things for you every single week, once or twice a week, depending what you want to come. Like I'm going to meet you Wednesday night, Thursday night. You can come to both events. That's absolutely fine. But literally everything you want. You have a book question, we're going to answer that question. We are going to have a problem with a difficult client. You don't know what to do. This client here is not responding. We're going to mentor you. We're going to be there for you. Like you don't know how to read a blood test. Kate will be live to help you with that. Like you want to promote your retreat in Portugal, which is like one of my ladies, Jay, which is doing right now, Portugal or Austria. I don't remember exactly where she is. And I was there to help her with exactly the same thing. This is going to be continuously every single year, every single week for as long as you want. 1 year, 6 months, 1.5 years. Come whenever you want. Now, think about that. Just out of this support, okay, having 2 top therapists who have actually been doing this for real for more than 15 years. If we ask you $599 for 1.5 years of support, is that too much of continuous mentoring? I don't think that's absolutely too much. And again, you can join now and start when you want. But this is what we're doing. We're making half price. Okay, so rather than $599, you can join this program here. It's one single payment, so it's not Netflix that you have to pay every month. It's one single payment of $297. This is pounds. Okay, you join the course, so you're going to have all the lessons for the course, and in chat you see if you want to join, I put the call to action for you to join, and you're going to get access to the weekly group coaching session for as long as you want. Meaning that I helped people in these calls for more than 2.5 years, okay? And you don't pay anything anymore. You pay one time, and then you're gonna be with us forever. Now, we will be with you all the steps of the way. And I make it even simpler for you. How about this? I can't afford $297 in one go right now. Fine, we're gonna give you the possibility of a payment plan. So you can free payments of £99. So month 1, now 99, next month 99, next month 99, nothing ever again. Let me repeat this concept here. This is not Netflix where you pay every single month, blah, 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 blah. You pay 3 times, that's it. You get the courses, you get our support, and you can keep coming to these events where we mentor you on Zoom weekly. Anything you want to be mentored about, we're going to be there for you. You don't know how to read a paper, you don't know how to do this kind of stuff, we will be there for you, okay? So you can either decide A simple one payment of $297 or 3 payments of $99. Let me repeat this concept here. Even if you're not ready to write the book right now, and the offer is right now, take it and start in 6 months, start in 1 year, start when you're ready. It doesn't matter. Once you're a member, okay? And we have many people, some of them are here in chat, who have joined us, and sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't show up, and then they show up 2 months after. That's fine. Like, no one is going to check on you. Like, but if you ask us to be your mentor and to check on you, we're going to do that too. Okay, if you ask me, hold me accountable to write the book in the next month, by all means, I will do it. And if you don't do it, I will call you up. Okay, obviously, if you ask me, but if you tell me, Nicola, I don't have time to write the book this month here, can I start in September? Start when you want. Like, but when you tell me, mentor me, I will do it, and Kate is going to do the same. Now, if you're still on the fence, let me give you 3 presents and then we're done. Okay. First present for you, which is already more expensive than the program. Now, have you ever considered how to make your practice legally compliant? Because that's a problem. Okay. You need the right disclaimers, you need the right cookie policy, you need the right GDPR templates. Now, I've done this. I have this done from a lawyer, and I will share them with you. It's literally copy and paste. You don't need to do anything. Rather than Nicola's Net Nutrition, you're going to post your name of your practice, and you're literally going to post them on your books, on your websites, on your documents. Done completely. I paid $697 to have them done, and I will give them for free for you as a gift. Second gift we're going to give you, but only if you sign up within 48 hours from this time here. So until the 8th of July, you can get these bonuses here. The second one. Now, have you ever wondered what kind of info do you have to ask your clients? Like, how long is a questionnaire which is too long? And what are the right terms of engagement with a client? Because that's a very important story, right? Because if you ask them to do too much, that's a problem. But what happens if you don't get them to sign terms of engagement and then they stop paying you? That's a problem. This is, again, completely done for you. I have done the work. I mean, I didn't do the work. I paid someone to do it for me. I'm going to give you, like, crystal clear. You're going to send them the terms of engagement. That's a contract. They need to stick to that contract. It's GDPR friendly, so you can use it in the UK, you can use it in the US, you can use it in Europe. I did it with the highest level of protection for you, all done for you. You literally enter into the course, download the stuff, and you can use it in any way. Plus, I convinced Kate to do this part here, which I think you're going to be very, very excited about. So Kate created this methodology here called LABS, okay? So LABS is the most important 4 stages of a blood test and what to do about those kind of issues. She developed it. She, like, literally is her proprietary content. So, Kate, do you want to explain a couple of things of what actually LABS is?
Yeah, so for sure. So Labs isn't giving you the numbers and the ranges. You can use my books for that. You can use NHS ranges. You can go online to get blood lab ranges. There's lots of ranges out there. What Labs is a structured method for you to look at your clients, analyze their bloods, balance your client, and support your client. Look, analyze, balance, support. So it's just Labs, and it's helping you to stay on track and not go out of your remit. So you're not diagnosing. We're not lads. So we're not looking, analyzing, diagnosing, and supporting. We're doing Labs here. We're looking, we're analyzing, we're balancing, supporting. And it's something that I use myself all the time. And it's something that I see people in my group not using. And they're coming into my group saying, this is Hashimoto's. And I'm like, maybe it is. It's not your place to diagnose. You can balance your client. You can take them out of gluten. You can take them off gluten. You can add in selenium. You can do these bits and pieces. But you're not going back to your client and saying, this is Hashimoto's. You're not diagnosing. You're not lads. So it's the method that I use in clinic with my clients, and it's the method that I teach the people that I'm mentoring on blood test interpretation to make sure that they're staying on track within their remit, and they're actually giving their clients what they need rather than just going through the bloods and going, iron's high, B12's low, take a supplement for that, supplement for that. It's really getting into how can we balance that client better to improve it, not necessarily supplements, maybe diet, maybe lifestyle, all those kinds of things. So yeah, it's my method that I use.
Yeah, essentially, like my point here is, do you want to learn what Kate learned in 15 years, essentially in one video? It's a 40 minutes video and a checklist. You can do so. You can literally skip a lot of the learning curve, because the way, and this is like one of the brilliance of Kate, but this is so cool because it's literally explained to the T in 40 minutes video. Like you bypass 15 years of work in one video. And this is absolutely super beautiful. Let me remind you, these free gifts are only present if you sign up within 48 hours by watching this. So let me close that, and then I'm going to go to the question. I'm going to do a quick recap. If you want to join and want to become part of our group, it's only a single payment, so only £297 instead of $599. You're going to get the course on how to become your best-selling author. You're going to get weekly group coaching sessions. You can come to 1 or 2. If you can't make it weekly, we're going to record them so you can watch them later on our dedicated Facebook groups. Okay, you're going to get the free bonuses I just told you about. So the one with the GDPR templates, the one about the terms of engagement, and the whole labs methodology. Now, if you don't have $297 to invest right now, that's okay. You can decide to pay with a payment plan. You can see everything in chat. In chat, there is like the call to action. You can click it and go directly. Now, there you can pay $99 now, right away, the moment you join. $99 on the 6th of August, $99 on the 6th of September. Done. You don't pay anything any longer. You're going to be part for life of our courses. You can ask anyone who's here. I don't know, Philippa was here. People who already joined our courses. We're always there. We're always supporting you. And every question you have for your practice, we will be there for you, okay? Specifically, Kate is going to coach you in everything to understand every kind of test on the planet and guide you there. And if you have any kind of marketing question, guys, I do online marketing as a therapist, and I'm one of the few that actually do advertising online and actually making money, okay? So I know how it works. I can tell you what is a good ad for a therapist, what's a shitty video, and all of these kind of things, because I do it them regularly. Like, I think you may have noticed that I was like doing this talk here decently. I will also teach you how to do this kind of stuff, because being able to present to a public can lead you to so many like success stories. Case in point, I had a presentation about insomnia December last year. I had about 30 people at the insomnia presentation. 9 became clients. I repeat, 9 people became clients, and again was $600 for $4,500 in 1 hour of my time. It wasn't full that, because I spent about $1,000 to get people into the webinar. So make it $3,500. I think it's still fair, okay? And I will teach you how to do this. I will teach you how to do the webinars. And if you have a webinar and you want to show me, or you want to do some practice with me before that, I can help you with that. I can help you with your sales calls. You're not really good in closing discovery calls. I can help you with that. Like anything you want, twice a week, Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Thursday night, 7 p.m. UK time, we're going to be there for you all the time. Once you sign up in the program, again, you pay one time, you're a member for life. You can stay with us and ask us anything you want, literally, like support for our clients, anything like that. And that's the final thing I would say, because I'm running out of voice, which is, we're also doing some nutrition lectures. So if you join tonight, I'm going to teach immunology for about 45 minutes. So if you wanted to learn more about immunology, for example, you can sign up today and you can come to the lecture, because I always do like some professional teaching to get people to understand more, learn more, and it's really, really cool. And we do this regularly every week. We normally 50 weeks a year, and maybe we don't do it if I'm traveling or stuff like that. But now that I have Kate, maybe sometimes even when I'm traveling, she can do it in my place and everything. That's about it, guys. If you want our support, our help, we're going to be there for you. In chat, you can click the call to action. I don't know what it says, because I see call to action. It probably says something, join the course or anything like that. And now we're going to take questions. Oh my gosh, we have 30.
There's lots of questions coming in, Nicola, about a code to buy the course. People need a code.
No, we don't have the code anymore. I'm out of the code. To look at the free member, can I speak to one of you about this after later, Shelley? Are you friends with me or Kate? Because it would be good. The sound cut out when you were talking about the mentoring. What cover advice on specific client issue and how to deal with it? Yes. So Fiona, if you have a problem with a client you can't solve it, you can come to one of the events and we're going to help you with that. It will be considered self-guided under band CPD, I think. Yes, like, so what I'm going to do from now on, let me actually show you what I want to do, and I will do it tonight as well. So this is what we are doing starting from tonight. So if someone has, like, for example, Kate, do you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this one is going to be 45 minutes. So I'm going to send you these slides at the end, as an example, and say these slides took 45 minutes of teaching, and I'm going to put the references so you can use them as a proof for your self-taught CPDs. Absolutely. And we're going to do probably one of the or two of these every single month, but it's going to be exciting because I'm going to go into very cool topics like the different responses. It's really good. And every week we have something new to discuss, some cool stuff to discuss, and everything. So, and again, every kind of question you want, you can ask us, and it's going to be really good. That's the best sales pitch. Yeah, I teach you how to do that. Like, absolutely. Like, and Kerry, if you are interested and you want specifically, I can give you an actual course on how to do webinars to sell health consultations. I'm not going to put it in the offer because if I give too much stuff, people don't want it. But if you want it, you join, you want it, I can give you an actual course. I'll teach you exactly what I did today. Sign up now, even Vormskid, yikes. Roof, come on. You can, if you put the effort, you're going to make the money back. Do I need a code? No, we don't have a code.
That's fine. The code, people have got past the code now. That's fine.
Yes. So much. I'm very interested. Does Amazon own IP, intellectual property? No, the intellectual property stays to you. Okay, so you are still the owner and you're still the person with the thing. Just to clarify, the bonuses are not included with the payment plan. Yes, they are, Hazel. They are included as long as you join before 48 hours. Okay. So thank you, Maria, for doing that. No, yeah, bonuses are there for the payment plan. Absolutely. Okay, so don't worry about it. Will the course qualify for CPDs? As I said before, yes. If you need any something need to write or Kate to write that you were actually at the lesson there, we can do that for you. Really cool. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Shazia. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Philippa. I mean, the code doesn't need to be needed. No. Like you don't need the code. I have another to join. Okay, Bhavani. Thanks, Diane. Do you need to do any promotion after the book has been out for a while to maintain the sales rate? Yes. That's a thing we can discuss together. So normally you have the launch phase of the book, which is about 3 months, and then you have 5 tactical days where you can put the book for free, which is going to boost it up again. And normally after you put the book for free for 1 day, you're going to get a boost of sales of about 3 weeks. And you can even use 5 days a year to put it at a lower price. So Amazon gives you this kind of stuff, but I can help you with that. Can we listen to one of your sessions recorded to taste the water? I cannot make it tonight. Yes, Rajesh, this would be something I will ask Kate to post on her group tonight. I'm going to record, and if someone wants to work, we can actually do that. Okay. Other webinars on writing. Sorry, 1 second. Yes, so the webinars are on writing the book, but you can ask us anything. So you can learn how to write the book. You can learn how to become a bestseller, but we're also offering you complete mentoring support for every aspect of your practice. Okay, so anything you need is going to be there. Okay, so they are both. Okay, so you can ask me about books, you can ask me about nutrition, you can ask me about marketing, anything you want. Why? Because, like, at the end of the day, there is a lot of work to be a successful therapist, and it's good to have someone that can teach you what to do, essentially. Got to go. Thank you. Diane, you stayed all the time. Very grateful. Signed up. Looking forward to connecting. Oh, guys, when you sign up, please send me the request for the Facebook group as well, or get in contact with me because I post stuff on the Facebook group. Thank you, and see you tonight. So yeah, tonight's going to be good. Tonight's going to be really beautiful. Thank you, Mina. It is appear from what's happening tonight and how do we join. So Joe, you should watch in chat. There is a call to action. You can click the call to action and you can join the program. And tonight I'm going to specifically teach about immunology as a part of the program. And the moment you sign up, you get the mentoring course, you get the book sales course, you get access to everything, essentially. Just to clarify, how long will the mentoring last? As long as you want, Fiona. Like if you're not ready to do it now, you want to do it in 3 months, do it in 3 months or 6 months. We're going to do like that. What's the Facebook group? So after you sign up, you're going to be asked to get access to the Facebook group on the thank you page. Okay, so on the thank you page, just click for our Facebook group. If you get lost, I will send an email to everyone who joined. Thank you, Emily. Thank you both. Are you going to run this session again in the near future? Hema, I think we're going to do it in August again. Because I have an exam to pass, because I may need to practice in Italy, and I thought I would never practice in Italy, so I never did the final state exam to practice in Italy, and I have it end of July, so I have to study myself. That's why I'm so like fresh in my immunology, because it's one of the major parts. I'm like super ready, because it's like essentially my 6 years of uni in 6 weeks. So I'm like super into nutrition, like 6 hours per day. So I'm really, really ready. I had to leave. It's been really illuminating. Okay, guys, does anyone have any final question? If you need, you can ask us. You can add us as friends on Facebook, so we can help you with that. You're either in one of our groups, but I will send an email to everyone who joined with the link to the Facebook groups and the link for tonight. So I'm going to send an email later today for everyone. So once we start the session, it's valid for 1 year. No, Fiona, like it's valid for as long as we do the section. So it can be more than 1 year. Like one of the ladies here, Lee, has been in the group for, I don't know, 2.5 years, 2 years. So Maria has been in a long time. So you can stay for as long as you want, Fiona. It doesn't matter. Like once you're a member for life. That's it. And so see you at the session tonight. Yes, Sonia, obviously. It's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, thank you. For the, just to chip in there, the live sessions that we do on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're committed to doing those every week. So between myself or Nicola, we'll be doing the live session every week. You guys will come and join them. There'll be other people doing other things with Nicola, perhaps, you come and join those calls. So that's why it's a bit of a mix on what we're doing on those calls. But it means that we don't have to do 7 different Zoom calls every week. We just do one Zoom call. Everyone comes to the Zoom call, regardless of where they found us from. And then they ask the questions they have. You can learn from other people on those calls. And I love going on Zoom calls that are like that, where you're group mentoring, you learn from other people's questions, you raise your question, you get it answered, and then you learn from the next person's question. Last night we did some tech support. So I was teaching people how to use Word. We were talking about contents of books. We were talking about clients. It was a real mixed bag last night, but it was really good. And the hour goes so fast. And even I learned a lot, and I was the one presenting. So it was a really, really good session. Yes, because thank you, Sonia. Yes, because guys, let me repeat this concept here, which I think is very important. In your path to become a successful therapist, there are many things that you need to learn. Learn how to write a book, learn how to do a presentation, learn how to actually solve the problem for the client, because you can be the greatest salesman in the world, but if you don't solve the problem for the client, sooner or later people will stop coming to you, because they will be like, yeah, it's easy to buy from them, but they don't do their job. Okay, so all of these elements here are important. The beauty of these courses here is that Kate and I have been doing this for real for 15 years. And we did show you our dashboard. Like, it's not like a lot of people, oh, I am a therapist, I'm teaching you how to do that, and they just graduated. Come on. Like, we've been doing this successfully for a very long time. We have proven to you the way it works. And I think I did prove to you how you can do a presentation to a group of people and actually not being annoying, but be able to sell. I can teach you exactly how I did it, and it's really like that. And once again, it's very important to come when you can, because you can learn so much. By the way, in these meetings here, if you want, you can also I can also help you as a client, meaning you have a health problem. I do it. I don't know if Kate wants to do it, but I can do it. For example, Nicola was like a person like that. We did some work with her. I gave her some advice right away. So you can literally come and do everything. And the reason why we put everything together is because, as you will see, many times you're going to have 50 people at the call and no one asks questions. Okay. And therefore we need to come up with things to do.
because otherwise it's like, guys, do we want to do it? And it doesn't work. Okay. Which groups are there in the Thursday session? Are they live or Facebook? No, they are on Zoom. Zoom. Is the Facebook group that you join when you pay in the course? Yes, Nicola. Yes, absolutely. And Nicola, also, I will send an email with all the links later. So once I finish here, I'm going to send an email to everyone who joined, and then we do something. I'm thinking we need more support than 2 hours a week. So we're stuck with something to go forward. Is there any way to reach you? Yeah, you can write us in the group. Okay, so you can ask questions in there and everything. But I assure you one thing: that in most cases, the biggest problems they can be solved in 10 minutes. Like they may look bigger to you, but because maybe you don't know how to approach it, but maybe to me it's something I already solved many times and it becomes easy. Will you get a recording of this, Kate? Yes, if the platform worked, which I think it did. I don't have enough knowledge in this platform here to know for a fact, but I think it will be all recorded. Guys, does anyone have any final questions? Sorry, but I'm really out of voice. And tonight I need to present again. So if you're joining tonight and you have time, 7 p.m., come and learn about immunology, because I'm going to blow your mind. Like, I'm going to refresh your immunology skill, because I'm super ready. Like, I need to present to a panel of 6 professors in uni. So I need to be like the king of immunology. So it's going to be fun.
It's perfect timing, because I asked you to do the lecture and you need to do the exam on the subject for the lecture. So we'll all come along, we'll ask all the questions, get you like really prepped up for your exam, and then you go to your exam.
Yeah, perfect.
Mina's just asking what time it is tonight.
7 p.m. UK time, and you're going to see it in the group once you join. Is it recorded tonight? Yes, Rosie, absolutely recorded. And every important lesson is recorded. The only things we don't record is when I bring a client, because obviously for obvious reason, we can't record client sessions, you need to be live. But often I bring some of my high tier clients. I work with a lot of like super successful people, like meaning billionaires and like entrepreneurs. And sometimes I bring them to the call to show you what's the reality of working with someone who has like unlimited access to testing. Because you can really ask for a lot of tests, and then you can show the test, and it's just such a beautiful environment. So sometimes I bring my clients, depending if I have questions or not. So there is a lot. You get an email to log into the platform. Yes, Rosie, once you sign up, you will receive an email from me, which says important your access to the training. That is going to give you the login into the platform. And on the thank you page, there is a link to click to join the Facebook group. Okay. If you get lost, friend me on Facebook, and I will guide you through everything. But essentially, what's going to happen once I see everyone signing up, I will let me eat something first, and then I will prepare like an email with signing up to the Facebook group and signing up to everything. So I'm gonna make sure everyone receives all the links. Now I finally also have Kate's link, which I'm so happy about. And I will send everything to everybody. But like, we're very easy to find. If you get lost and you join and you don't find something, contact either me or Kate or on Facebook, and we will guide you through. Because we have a proprietary platform which like checks everyone who opted in. So I know the names and I know the emails. If I don't see you on the Facebook group, I can contact you. But later I will send an email to everyone who joined. Just let me eat something first, because I'm like super starving. And then I will eventually come with everything. So to clarify, you can join us. You can stay with us for as long as you want, 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, whatever. Start whenever you want. And if you want, tonight, 7 p.m. UK time, once you are in the course, I will teach about immunology, and I'm going to blow your mind, because I have so much good stuff to discuss, like really, really advanced stuff for about 45 minutes. And then I'm going to take 15 minutes of questions and everything, but that's about it.
I think so, also the free support groups that we do, the Zoom calls, you can keep coming, even if you've published your book, even if you've gone bestseller. We're not going to kick you out the groups. You're welcome to still come along. That's still fine, because you might write a second book, or you might, have questions still. So
you should write a second
welcome
book.
To come along.
You should write a second book, like
and a third. It's like, addictive. Honestly, it's addictive.
No, it's good because passive income is one of the coolest thing ever, because like every month you get your stuff into the bank account, and it's really, really cool. So guys, we will try to repeat this talk here in August, and after my exam. Otherwise, whoever joined, I will see you tonight if you can, and if you can't, I will record it, and so you can watch it. And if there is any problem, you don't know where to go, send me like an email, send me like a message on Facebook, me or Kate, and we're going to guide you through everything. Now I'm going to close the webinar. Once the recordings are ready, I will edit them to make them look beautiful, and then I will ask Kate to post them on her group, and I will post on my group, and we will make sure everyone is on board. Guys, ciao, ciao. Have a good day. For now, I'm going to close the webinar.